Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Stand next to a busy main road and you can almost see the haze of traffic fumes in the air, but we've discovered you could be exposed to more pollution if you're actually sitting on a bus. Research by this programme found that pollution levels inside our buses are worse than those if you stand outside on the pavement. Our science editor has this.
You can trust a bus. They cut congestion on the daily commute and are cheap and accessible enough for those who can't or can't afford to drive. But can we trust them when it comes to the air we breathe?
Channel 4 News has been riding the buses wearing these portable air pollution monitors. And what we found is that on the majority of journeys, you're breathing in twice as much of the most harmful air pollution while sitting on the bus than you are standing on the pavement next to it.
It sounds counterintuitive, but our findings grew out of work by air quality researchers at King's College London.
This is the black carbon monitor.
As part of her PhD research, Diana Silva has been giving monitors to different groups of people, young, old, and those with chronic lung diseases, to understand their everyday exposure to air pollution.
This is the power button.
She discovered that one of her participants made a regular journey on this bus in South London. It had unusually high air pollution levels.
So we can see clearly the difference.
This is, you know, what, 50 times higher?
It was exceptionally higher, yeah.
So how widespread a problem could bad bus air be? Channel 4 News borrowed some of the monitors to investigate.
These monitors measure the tiniest particles of black carbon, less than 2.5 microns across. It's essentially ultrafine soot, and it's the best indicator of toxic diesel pollution.
As I stand by the road waiting for the 214, I'm breathing around 3 micrograms of particles per cubic metre of air. When I get on the bus, it's a very different story. Inside, readings go up, averaging nearly 12 micrograms per cubic metre. At one point on my journey, it spikes at 25.6. That's 9 times worse than at the curbside. We repeated this experiment on a random selection of buses across London, taking journeys of 20 minutes or more. Of the 19 trips we made, 13 had air quality worse than pavement. To see if it wasn't just a London phenomenon, we took our monitors to the city of Leeds and found a similar picture there. In both cities, averaged across all journeys, air inside buses was twice as polluted as the air you'd breathe walking along the pavement.
Our analysis found air quality varied on different buses travelling the same routes, and it is only a snapshot of a number of journeys, but still it points to a problem of bad air on our buses.
They all show same sort of black carbon levels inside the bus. So that indicates that actually the air pollution that is inside the bus is coming from the surrounding vehicles and buses and is getting trapped in the bus because there is little or no air inside, so there is no dispersion.
So the research suggests the majority of buses have lower air quality because they operate in congested areas and that air is trapped inside. A similar problem is known to exist in private cars and taxis, but this doesn't explain far higher pollution readings found in the single-decker bus in Bromley.
We think probably that was a case of a leaking engine.
Right, so the exhaust from the bus is actually
Exactly.
inside the vehicle.
Yeah.
In a statement, Transport for London told us,
"We're committed to working with the Mayor to deliver new measures, including further greening of the capital's bus fleet. Buses are examined regularly and checked specifically for exhaust leakage in the interior of the bus."
West Yorkshire Combined Authority told us it was working closely with Leeds City Council to ensure compliance with EU air quality standards by 2020. The pollution levels we found were within accepted health limits, but pressure is mounting on the government over air quality.
There's a growing body of evidence around the health impacts from diesel pollution. There's evidence that it's a carcinogen. It's been linked with a range of fatal health effects, including heart attacks, strokes, asthma, even diabetes and mental illness. So it's really important that the government gets a grip on this.
As long as our cities are run on dirty diesel engines, air inside buses and out won't improve. Until it does, if you want the best air quality in town, you're better off walking or cycling than riding a bus.
Tom Clark reporting.
I've been getting away with it all my